What's up, you guys? It's Jonno. Today I wanted to talk about 2 ways that you can shiny hunt Unown in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I have figured out the absolute best way to shiny hunt for Unown, and I'm going to show you the way on fast forward just because I wanted to get a lot of material into a short video. Now I know this isn't going to be the shortest video ever, but hopefully by the end of this video you'll know everything that you need to know in order to find and catch yourself a shiny Unown and even a shiny alpha Unown. So let's get started. What I'm doing here is I'm resetting the spawns by using the catch and rest method. Some people also call this the catch and sleep method. This is a method I've talked a lot about on my channel. I don't see very many other channels talking about this method, even though it's absolutely fantastic. What I'm doing is going over to where Unown spawns, and then I'm catching all of them, and then I go back to camp and I rest until the next time period, and when I go back, they're always there again. Now you can see that this works absolutely fantastic. I got a bunch of alpha Unowns while I was doing this, and as you can see here, I even got a shiny Unown from doing this. It's a very easy method, and you don't have to go back and forth to Jubilife Village, which I think is the most important part. So basically what I'm doing, I'll explain it again just in case it's not abundantly obvious. I'm going to where the Unown spawn, catching all of the Unown, or just make them run away as well. Then go back to camp and rest until the next time period. So if it's morning, you rest until afternoon. If it's afternoon, you can rest back until morning. If you don't want to play at night like me, because you just don't want to get the bad lighting for your shiny spawns or something like that, I record a lot of my videos, so I really don't like to get my shinies at night. It makes the video quality just a little bit worse, and I don't really prefer it that way. So I prefer to get my shinies in the light, but it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you don't rest until the evening, because I've noticed the evening just doesn't seem to respawn Pokemon for some reason. But morning until afternoon works, afternoon until night works, night until morning works, and also afternoon until morning works, or you could even go afternoon until night, as long as you just don't mess with the evening, because it doesn't seem to respawn them all the time. Alright, so that's the first method. Very easy method. If you have questions, just let me know down in the comments, but that method will work for you without a doubt. Let's go ahead and move on to the second method. So this method I think is a little bit more annoying because it's kind of grindy. You are waiting for a massive mass outbreak, and obviously this is going to be the massive mass outbreak method. It's got better shiny odds though, because massive mass outbreaks have better shiny odds than Pokemon in the wild. So it's worth it to do this if you really want to. I prefer my method of sleeping and then catching them all and sleeping again, because you're always checking spawns, but they do have the full value of their shiny odds, meaning whatever your Pokedex research is, plus your shiny charm if you have it. However, this method you get the boosted MMO outbreak odds. So what I'm doing here is I'm resetting back and forth to Jubilife Village until I get an MMO in the Crimson Mirelands, and if I don't get an MMO in the Crimson Mirelands, I just go to a random area and then return back to Jubilife Village, and then I just reset until I get an MMO in the required area. Now, if you get the MMO, then you want to save it right in front of Munchlax, because if you don't get an outbreak for Unown, then you don't want to do that MMO, and you don't want to waste your berries, because eventually you will run out of berries doing this. So you can see I saved right in front of Munchlax, and I didn't get the required Unown MMO, so I left the game and I closed the game. That's called a soft reset. You can hit the home and then hit the X button on the software and close the software. Just make sure you saved it first. That's very important. And then you'll go back to before you spent the berries, and then you can just go back just as if you never even checked out this MMO, because I didn't get an Unown MMO. So you can do that process over and over again. You're going to go back and forth to Jubilife Village, wait until you get a Crimson Mirelands MMO, then go to the Crimson Mirelands and check and see if that MMO has Unown in it, and if it doesn't, then you soft reset so you don't waste all of your berries. It's a very important process because you can do this infinitely as long as you have the amount of time, and then you'll basically be able to get your Unown outbreak whenever you get it, and you won't have to waste all of your berries because you're not going to be replenishing those berries. Eventually you'll run out. So as you can see in this case, I did not get the Unown MMO 2 times in a row, but you'll notice if you rewind the video, they're totally different MMOs, and there might be pieces of the MMO that you want to do. Like in this case, I got Spiritomb, so I'm actually going to go and do that Spiritomb MMO because that's a rare one, and I really want to get that shiny Spiritomb. So I'm going to take a little break from shiny hunting Unown in this particular case and go and check it out. Now let's go ahead and watch some live stream footage of an actual Unown MMO. The best thing about an Unown MMO is that it might turn into a second horde, which Unown doesn't evolve, so the second horde is guaranteed to be alpha Alpha Unown. This is a really cool way to get Shiny Alpha Unown. I've discovered this method for other Pokemon, and it definitely works for Unown as well, as I'm going to show in this video. Even though Unown doesn't have a star on it, it still has a chance to turn into a second horde, and this one I got very lucky, and it did turn into a second horde. I was really happy about that because even though there was no star, I still got the lucky chance that it turned into a second horde, and I got the Alpha Unown spawns. Now this is probably the best way to get an Alpha Unown. However, it's going to take you forever to get the second horde of Unowns. So if you're aggressively trying to get Shiny Alpha Unown, that's going to be pretty difficult. If you're passively hunting Shiny Alpha Unown, that means just taking it whenever you get it and just hoping for the best, but not actually actively hunting for Unown, then this is a decent way to do it. You're just not going to be shiny hunting Unown very often. It actually happens extremely rarely that you get the Shiny Alpha Unown from the second horde. But if you were to get the second horde, then you could do the permutations on that horde, and the permutations is a whole separate shiny hunting video. I'm not really going to do a video about that method, but if you want to know more about the permutations shiny hunting method for second horde outbreaks, then you could go and look up that method, and you'd have additional chances to get that Shiny Alpha Unown. However, I think that if you just take the second horde and see if you get a shiny, that's a really great opportunity, and I'm not really going to go and do the permutations because I find them even more boring than trying to get the Alpha Unown horde in the first place. So there you go, you guys. I've got two distinct methods that you can shiny hunt Unown. The catch and rest method is really more aggressive. You're going to be shiny hunting Unown all the time. As you've seen in the video, you can get Alpha Unowns from that method, and they're really not uncommon. But you also have another method with better shiny odds, which is the MMO method. However, because you're not seeing that many Unowns, you really don't have as good a shiny odds, because even though the spawns that you do see have boosted odds, you're not going to see very many spawns. So it's all a numbers game really at the end of it. Anyway, you guys, that's going to be it for this video. I showed the two methods that you can use to shiny hunt for Unown. One is more aggressive, one is more passive, and if you really want to get aggressive with the MMO method, you can reset and reset and reset and get your Alpha Unown MMO eventually. So you got two distinct possibilities here. Thanks everybody for watching my video. Thank you to all of my amazing subscribers, and peace!